So drawing those should help to see what those paths, the place where electrons live. What I want you to start to see is that you can recognize just where those outer electrons are just by looking at the periodic table. That'll help you to understand a little bit of the reactivity of any given element because of their position. So what you may start to recognize now that you've written some of these out is that whatever the row is the outermost electron. That's the last couple of electrons that you've written. For instance, if I look at magnesium, because it's down here in the third row, the outer last two electrons were written were 3s. This is the s area, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So the outermost electrons are the ones that are important ones. That's the one I want you to be able to find. It's the second one in on the third row, so 3 is the third distance from the nucleus, is the ring that these electrons are, and they're both in a spherical path. 2 of them are there because it's the second element in. What about this manganese? This manganese is on a fourth row, so it's got 4s2 that are filled. Okay, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th element in. This is the D area where the D electrons get filled. Why? If I come up here, I look that after the 4 gets filled here, I go to the back of the line and start coming down this way to get to those D's. Okay, so the 3D, then the 4P, all right? So let's go back here and we'll see 4s2 plus a 3d5 gets filled in that space. The outer shell is that. Now, notice also that you're back one anytime you're in a row. So if you're in the 6th row and the D's, you're in the 5th row of D's. 6s2, 5d. The other one you might see is like, what if I came over here to sulfur? Let's use sulfur. Okay, that's the third row down. So you're in a 3s, 2, 3p. The fourth element in, so 3p4. Okay. Lead's another good one. Here I'm all the way down 6, 6s2, 6p what? 1, 2. Now you may wonder, why didn't you write the D's here? Because you have to cross those. In other words, you have to get 6s2 to fill there when you're over here in the cesium-barium area, plus you got to get 2 of the p's. And there are D's here, but they're one layer less. The biggest reason of that is because when you're filling up the S's, okay, that's a nice spherical path like this, okay? Let's put our axis like that. That's the spherical path. And then once the D's go in, they're one level just a little bit lower, and they may stick out like this, okay? And then another one comes down here and goes like that. But once that's the D, one level less. Here's the average distance that D is. It's still in the inside as an average, because that's why it's in the one layer less. Instead of being 6, that's the 5D, and this is the 6S. Once I put the 6P on here, that 6P is big, and it ends up going like this, and covers effectively over there, and it's not, these don't become available. So the only time you write the D's down are when you're inside of this area. Okay? They don't get included when you're over there in that P block. So the D orbitals are outside only when you're talking about the elements here. Let's look at a couple examples, all right? Oh, here's a good one. Let me clean that off. Here at samarium, it's in the 6th row. These elements come right in here typically. They're a continuation of these 2 rows. The reason they don't is because, boy, if you had to stretch that periodic table out, it would be huge and long. So those end up coming right in after barium and after radium. So if you're looking at that, this samarium is in the 6th row. It has a 6s2. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4th, actually it's 5th one in, so it's going to be a 4f5. They're behind by 2 rows. This is down by 1 row. This is behind by 2 rows. So 6s, but the 4f for the same reason, because the alphabet chart goes that way. So let's do a couple of these really quick. Sulfur. Sulfur is here under the 3rd row. Sulfur's got a 3s2, 3p4. Okay. Iodine's outer shell right here. It's in the 5th row down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5s2. 5p5. Okay, silver. Silver's right in here. It's in the 5th row, so it's got a 5s2. And the D's are one back, and it's a 9th element, or I can count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4d9. Rubidium is right here on the end. Let's clean that up a little. Rubidium's right here. 5s1. Uranium, that's a good one. Uranium's right down here. It's in the 7th row, 7s2, 5f1, back 2 levels. Cerium is right here at the end as well. Oops, sorry, it's 5f3. And cerium is in the 6th row, 6s2, 4f, sorry, 1. So that gives you an idea of the outer shell. So these next ones you can really burn through real quick, but get some practice on putting the outer shell electrons in.